So I am here with Jonathan Dumont, creative director of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. How's your E3 so far?
It's been really good. Yesterday we announced on stage. That was a blast, actually, and
Lots of excitement.
Yeah. That was. I was feeling fantastic out there. Maybe a little too much, but but it was great. Yeah.
What were you most excited to have people see during the announcement?
When you work on something for 3 years and finally just revealing it to people, there's a joy, especially when you're really proud of what you got. I was glad, to see that the beautiful world that we've created for like ancient Greece, and seeing both of our characters as well, and seeing the reaction for that. So I was pretty pleased with the reaction for all of that stuff.
Yeah, everyone's so excited that you can play as Cassandra. Tell me a little bit about how the decision to make that happen came into this game.
Well, when we put choice at the center of the game, we wanted you to be able to attach yourself to your character, to identify to your character, and having the two characters felt like a good place to introduce that. You pick at the start of the game and keep that character. You're not playing one for a mission and one for the other. You like better Cassandra, you play Cassandra. You like better Alexios, you play Alexios, and that's it. So it felt like those choices are closer to what I want, as a player, so you can attach to your character.
Yeah, and you're not playing as Cassandra, and then in a cutscene you suddenly have a gender swap issue. So
Nope.
I appreciate that immensely. And when you talk about choice being at the center of Odyssey, that's a huge departure for Assassin's Creed.
We've always done choices in how you're going to approach certain missions,
Sure.
So it was much more into the systems, the systems allowing us to customize our character a little bit more, your play style, so we do have an extra set of abilities that we put on top of our base combat. So you choose your play style, you map the abilities you want to use in combat, you unlock the ones that you prefer. We have also engraving for equipment pieces, so if you want to specialize into being an assassin, a marksman, or a warrior type, so you can actually go a little bit deeper into that. So those are choices. And then obviously the way that we tell stories is quite changed. We wanted you to feel like you're active into the action phases of the game, but as well in the storytelling, so you're attentive, and what you could say could have different outcomes. It doesn't always have a different outcome. Sometimes it's short term, sometimes it's medium term, sometimes you'll see 20 hours down the road what does happen.
Now, I want to know more about that. So when it comes to the dialogue options and the conversation trees, like you said, there can be a short-term change in the results that you see. Should we anticipate long-term results where if you continuously, say, choose the pragmatic, straight-to-the-point answer, that's going to affect things in the game later on?
It will with certain characters, and then we have bigger moments in the game where the decisions will have repercussion down the road, like different endings, for example. We have multiple storylines, though, so we have big story arcs, like what you've been playing here at E3. We have a 5-hour demo, so you can be seducing both characters, for example. You can take down the leader a certain way if you want to, participate in the big battles. Those will have influences on how the story will pan out. And there's also little side stories that, depending on how you do them, will have an impact on that bigger storyline on that island region. But the main storyline has big moments as well where you say, all right, what am I going to do? And then you'll see the results much later and say, oh, that was it. But we don't want you to have bad results, but it is a Greek tragedy and stuff can happen. So you're like, oh man, really? Like that happened?
Yeah, it's a big game, a huge undertaking, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The visuals are just gorgeous. How did you go about recreating what we see visually that is ancient Greece?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of steps that goes into making a world like that. One of the big steps is traveling there. So many people on our dev team spent, a week to 10 days in Greece. And, it's funny because there's still stuff that's up there, still standing, like theater sometimes, but most of it is gone. But you do get the sense of how it was to live there, like the big mountains, the fields, everything, the water's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we have so much documentation. We have an historian on our team. She was sitting with us the whole way through and educating us as we go and helping us making choices. And we went in spring and it was flourishing and it was beautiful. And we went to Olympia, the nice trees and everything. Delphi, we went to Crete where it was a little drier as well. So we got a sense of that. So we made 7 different biomes for our game. So you'll get, that lush forest in autumn, and you'll get the plains that are green with flowers and everything spring. So we tried to put that a little bit everywhere to get you a different sense. What you're seeing in the demo is much more the white sands and white rocks and blue ocean, so it is a postal card of antiquity, and we're really proud of it.
Well, I can't wait to see more of it. I just got hands-on with it a little bit, and When it comes to the combat, you really have to evade and get out of the way. You don't have a shield now. Tell me about some of the differences in the combat system.
So you do wield a first artifact in your hands, so it allows you to be a little bit more powerful in our game. We wanted a more offensive character, so and a little bit more dodgy character, like a more agile character, where you do build up adrenaline, like when you're fighting, and then unleash attacks that are stronger. So ripping shields off, kicking people. You've seen the
kick.
Yeah, you've seen the kick.
So cool.
But there's much more to that. There's also stealth abilities that go with that you can kill and people from a distance and chain them as actually when you're upgrading your abilities.
Awesome.
So it does scale very well.
Nice. And I've heard, I have not done it myself. I haven't executed this maneuver. I heard you can Sparta kick right into the ocean and then a shark will come and eat your enemy. Is that true?
Yeah, the ocean is dangerous for everybody that's lying in there. The sharks go for blood. Sparta kicking somebody off a boat, and then it takes a little bit of time. If you're patient and you wait a little bit, and then you see them coming, it's like, yeah, that's good.
Oh, I cannot wait to play more of this game. Jonathan, thank you so very much for your time. I know you're a busy guy here at E3. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching.
Thank you.